right, so this #1 welterweight contender has found his way back to a title fight. A lot of people didn't think he would get there, and he's made a career of proving doubters wrong.
You know, he carries a chip on his shoulder. You tell this man that he can't do something.
Right.
He will make it a point to get that done. He said from the moment he walked out the octagon last time and didn't win the belt, that I will be back. Many smirked at him. Many laughed. But his inner circle believed that it was only a matter of time before their guy got another chance, and when he got here, he would get the job done.
Now, some would argue he wasn't ready the first time around. I think that's probably a little bit too simplistic, but there's no denying. He has rounded out his game, he has evolved, he's maximized the developmental time, and a lot of people believe we will have a new champion by night's end. Luke Rockhold has stepped into the octagon. This time he wants to leave with that championship belt. Well, there's always a special feeling when Khamzat Chimaev makes the walk, whether at welterweight or at middleweight. This man has proven to be a real problem and really has lived up to all the hype and then some, dating to his 2020 UFC debut.
It's so hard for you to meet expectation, much less exceed it.
Right.
Khamzat Chimaev has exceeded the expectations set for him when he made his UFC debut. He has been nothing short of a buzzsaw, just going through guys at a rate that not anyone could have expected. What a fantastic fighter we get to watch every time we see Khamzat in the octagon.
And of course, many people harken back to the Gilbert Burns fight in 2022, the consensus fight of that year in which Chimaev was challenged and still rose to the occasion. We'll see how he fares tonight. Khamzat Chimaev. He is ready to go. So are we for our main event. And now our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. To get us started with the official introductions, we go inside to the veteran voice of the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Luke Rockhold. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
Well, when you've got as many skills in your arsenal as a guy like Luke Rockhold, it's always interesting to see how a fighter approaches these matchups, because he can strike with the best of them, plus jiu-jitsu skills as well, can wrestle if need be. Here's Luke Rockhold in another massive moment tonight.
Look at those weapons. Look at how he uses his knees to the body.
Oh, he didn't see that one coming. Beautiful combination up top.
Nice shot there by the champ. Controlling the fight behind that jab. This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He landed a massive hook to put his opponent on wobbly legs. How's guillotine? That guillotine is tight.
Oh, he is out. How good is that?
That is phenomenal submission defense by this young man.
Are working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now, because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
Well, doing his able best to avoid the ground and pound here. Nice job by Rockhold. All right, working inside the closed guard now. Well, maybe ill-advised to be competing off your back, but he's landing. Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. Oh, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
Come on, Kimura now.
Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. Wow, somehow, some way he gets the arm out.
It looked like he was done, John, but he was able to stay comfortable, stay patient, and now he finds himself safe.
Well, the ground and pound has been working for him. Nice job here by Chimaev. Well, sometimes our stat guys are stingy with these submission attempt numbers. There have been a lot of them here. Submission defense has held up every step of the way.
Yeah, he's a great grappler, and he's really, really good defensively because he is so aware of all situations when he's on the ground. He has done an amazing job staying out of those submissions. Big right hook there by the champ. Great job finding his shots from the top position.
And busy as he looks to improve position here. Chimaev's back in full mount. Round two next.
All right, take a seat. Breathe. Okay, listen. When this fight gets to the ground, I'm okay with you being on top, but I need you to keep your position. Now, you did great.
All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
All right, let's get to round two.
Ooh, what a punch. Good jab there by the champion. It's a beautiful, fast, quick jab with meaning.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, and there is the kick. That one checked by Rockhold. Tried to set up the straight left, but he missed.
He's going to guillotine.
You gotta be kidding me, he's out.
Nice defense.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Chimaev's right back to the full mount.
He's got to be careful here.
Well, how about the movement off of the back? Nice job to avoid the ground and pound here by Rockhold. Takes his back now. Well, this is some serious pressure from the top by Khamzat Chimaev.
Massive shot from the top.
Again, not much defense. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound. He's in a dominant position. Look at him attacking the wrist. Oh, it's getting deep.
Oh, how about that? He gives up on the submission. Looked pretty tight to me. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, John, and then he just gets up.
"30 seconds to go in the round.
You need to work. I'll stand this up. Just work.
20 seconds to go, round 2. Chimaev's in half guard. Oh, big shots from the top. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Round 3 next.
You're being controlled on the ground here. He gets the takedown. I need you to put your feet on his hips immediately and push off. Don't rest until you're back up on your feet.
All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you will.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, 3rd round of this championship fight. Great technique on the overhand, now he's hurt.
That's one of those shots. And if you take one of them, if you end the night, that one landed right on the spot.
Look for him to throw that overhand here again. This is the way to be in the building. Back and forth we go.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, beautiful jab there by Rockhold. And now they are throwing both sides with conviction.
Big shot to the head. Another punch to the head.
Well, no denying that he rocked him, but couldn't quite get the finish.
He hurt him real bad, but he couldn't find the shot that would put him to sleep. He threw a lot of punches, but he couldn't get the one to land on the button that would end the night.
Chimaev's back in half guard.
Take your time.
All right, side control now.
Look at that. Recognized he was about to lose position.
Chimaev's back in side control. Hard to win MMA fights off of your back, but these strikes are useful from the bottom. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Chimaev. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Oh, he's got him in a crucifix now, DC. All of that body weight on his opponent.
He's got all the weight on the upper body. His feet are free to do whatever. But the arm stuck between the legs, he's now going to start dropping hammer fists. He's going to start dropping elbows. This is one of the nastiest positions in all of fighting.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Well, at this point, I would use the word critical to describe the condition of that eye. Not looking good, champ.
No, he's beat up. He's been battered, he's been bruised. He got cut early in the fight, and you understood that if he didn't change something, it would get much worse. He didn't change anything, and now we're here. Now he's going full mount. Yep, got to be very careful there.
10 seconds to go in the round. Rockhold's cheek is just leaking blood all over the octagon. That gash is absolutely terrible. I might have even caught his jawbone in there. I'm not so sure. All right, so the fighters head back to the stools, and hopefully this fight can continue. That is a severe cut. We'll see if the cut man can do some good work here. Well, that was a damaging 5 minutes. We'll see how he can recover over this 60 seconds. We'll show you some replays now from that previous round.
He was on the receiving end of some big blows, and he wasn't moving his head well. His head was on the center line. He was a stationary target, and his opponent opened up a nasty cut on him. He has got to move his head to limit the damage that he's taking.
We have arrived at the 4th round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, 4th round is now underway as we get to the championship rounds. What is a fighter's mindset when you get to this 16th minute of the fight?
This is when you understand that nothing is ever going to be hard. This is the hardest round in fighting. This is going to really test your will and your desire to become champion.
Oh, the damage just continues to be inflicted. And with respect to the athletes, if this was a movie, I might just walk out. I don't need to see anymore.
I mean, I just don't need to see it. It's to a point now where it's getting a bit uncomfortable. You have a fighter who's clearly outmatched, and his corner will not save him. This is crazy.
All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting, because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side underhook. This is a great position for a top fighter.
These are big shots, and they're not glancing blows. When he's throwing, he is landing so clean that his head is starting off the mat.
Keep your top control.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Continuing to work out of the half guard. All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have two hands in or two hands out, or guys start to attack triangle. There it is, now he's run them out.
All right, crowd absolutely loving it as the fighters, however compromised, make their way back to the feet.
They may be tired, but that tired and that fatigue is warranted.
Thus far tonight.
Big, massive shot lands. Look at how tough his opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight.
Big left hand. "30 seconds to go here.
Oh, nice takedown defense.
And now some separation. Oh, he gets the takedown late in the round here. Going for an arm bar now.
I think he's got it. It's deep.
No, he's out. The fight's going to continue.
Oh, my goodness. I thought it was over. I thought this fight was over.
All right, there's the end of the round, and hopefully not the end of the fight. He doesn't look as handsome as he did when he walked out. That is a severe gash on his face.
Let's get this fight.
All right, let us get you some replays from the damage in that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the shot that opened the cut.
I mean, just some big shots landed over the course of that round. And he wasn't responsible defensively. He was trying to tough out way too many situations. You can't do that when you're fighting a guy like this. If he doesn't change something, he's going to find himself in trouble.
You ready to fight? Ready.
It is the 5th and final round. Looking to establish the jab here. Nicely done by Chimaev. Oh, he lands another strike to the body. Really starting to connect on a lot of shots. Oh! And that'll do it!
Holy smokes!
Yeah, man, crowd loving it. Just a gorgeous shot there to end the fight. Really just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight. Back inside the arena now, we go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 27 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev.
All right, still undefeated, Khamzat Chimaev, your winner by knockout here tonight. expectations off the charts for this guy with every passing UFC fight, and he lives up to them and then some.
Well, I mean, just the expectation must be so hard for Khamzat to live up to. But not only does he match the expectation, he exceeds them every time. And tonight, once again, he proves why he's one of the most dangerous contenders in the world.
It is just crazy that Khamzat Chimaev continues to essentially up himself with these highlights. A flush knockout for the Chechen Swede here tonight.